That type humor has been around for years. We're still laughing at reruns of old movies like the Keystone Cops and Laurel and Hardy. Even one of our major yogurt manufacturers is using that type humor in their commercials today. The type humor is funny when it's on stage or television, but how about in real life? Unfortunately, the situations you just saw closely parallel accidents that occur in Publix every day. The difference is these accidents that you just saw were staged. In our store, they're not. The accidents that occur in our stores cause our customers a lot of pain and suffering. In addition to that, there's a lot of expense involved in slips and falls. In 1 year alone, Publix paid out over $2 million for better than 1,200 accidents. That's an average of $1,800 per accident. Now, what can we do to keep these type things from happening? It has been said that there's no such thing as an accident. People are injured because of unsafe acts or unsafe conditions. Let's take a look at some real live situations and see what we can do to cut down on the number of slips and falls that occur in our stores. If we can clear up some of the unsafe conditions that exist in our stores today, we can greatly reduce the amount of pain and suffering that our customers experience. Equally important, we can cut down on the cost of doing business. Whenever you're stocking during the hours that your store is open for business, be sure to keep boxes and trash out of the way of your customers. We all want to be friendly and sociable with our fellow employees, but it's more important that we pick the proper place and time. Whenever you are pushing a stock float on the sales floor, it is important that you look where you're going. It's also important that the float be loaded properly so that you can see over the stock that is on the float. Even though it is not always convenient to stop and pick things up right away, it is something that must be done. It takes a lot less time to pick things up than it does to fill out an accident report. Whenever an unsafe condition exists, never leave it unattended while you go for cleanup material. The very accident you were trying to prevent just might happen while you're gone. Always get another employee to stand guard while you're gone. If no one is available, then be sure to put something over or around the spill or broken product. Several years ago, we had an emphasis program. Don't pass it up, pick it up. That was not a one-year project. It is as true today as it ever was. Every employee in the store must be constantly on the lookout for unsafe conditions, no matter where they happen or when. Safety is everyone's job. Water on the floor is one of the greatest hazards that exist in our stores today. You should never leave a wet spot where you've been working. Again, be sure to leave the area guarded, either by another employee or make sure it's blocked off. Also, when drying up an area, be sure it is completely dry before you leave. There are already enough unsafe conditions around us today without us setting a trap for our fellow man. Using common sense will go a long way toward solving problems. Always look before you come through a door, especially onto the sales floor. Also be aware of the fact that a small child might be in front of the door. Never rush out a door. If you don't hit someone with the door, you might have to make a sudden stop and the product you're carrying might fall off it. Remember, safety is everyone's job. Always be on the lookout for unsafe acts or conditions that might exist in your store. Pick up anything that you see that might cause an accident. Be on the lookout for wet spots that might cause a slip or a fall. Remember, wet spots should never be left unattended. If you cannot find an employee to stand guard while you go for cleanup material, then be sure to barricade it. Also remember that wet spots must be dried completely before you leave them. Above all else, remember, don't pass it up, pick it up.